Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. Yesterday was quite a day. Luigi Mangione, we began. It was supposed to be 11:30, but he didn't actually come into the courtroom until 12. The trial was put back till January. That's the headline, but midway through our live-treated stream, we were the first to report that he had been stuck in the elevator. That's why he was late. We heard it from sources. We put it into the thread. And it was later confirmed. And many, in fact, major news organizations ran around, but we'd had it. If you follow Inner City Press, you'll have it first. The Luigi Mangione elevator story. Now, then we covered Rinch, Carl Eric Rinch. He's a director that got some millions from Netflix to make a film, but didn't make it. He was Ronin 47, he's of fame. He was very contrite. He said that it was the wrong drugs he had been taking, and Judge Rakoff said maybe so, but 30 months. So there's that. Finally, Miles Guo. Now, this was really something. It was supposed to begin, I believe, at 11:30? 11. It was supposed to begin before Luigi, but it didn't. First they said it was back till 1, then they said it was back till 2. As it turned out, it didn't start until around 3:30 or 4, maybe 4 o'clock. As it turned out, Miles Guo had some health issues, been back and forth to the MDC. When he finally spoke at his sentencing, he said he'd been vomiting, that he had blood on his face, that a woman in black that apparently was in the courtroom, but no one could quite figure out who she was or what she was doing, what he was saying. But a woman in black had sort of pursued him all day, making sure that he was, taken to the sentencing, where Judge Torres, calling it an unprecedented crime, sentenced him to 30 years, more than SBF, for a lower loss amount. But there's some enhancements about using a charitable institution, various things. He got 30 years. Pretty sure he's going to appeal. Might be seeking a pardon. So there's that. Now on the AI beat, we did these state FOIA requests. Yesterday we talked about Colorado, which claims it has no complaints about AI. Well, Washington does. In fact, we put one up about a complaint about Expedia AI. I'm not going to say schmuck, some guy tried to ask Expedia's AI about cancellation policies and had his trip canceled. So he wrote in. What happened? I don't know. We've also asked about data centers. Now, the state of Ohio sent us a copy quoting our letter and then leaving in their internal notes saying, deny, but as a courtesy offer, deny. So we've appealed their internal monologue, and we've put the letter up on Document Cloud, Inner City Press. You can see it. Whoa. That car doesn't have any visible police affiliation, but does have a siren. So what else can we say? Today at 3 in SDNY, there's going to be Daniel Chu of Tricolor. This was a subprime auto parts flameout in which some people, including the investors, are saying that the banks were complicit, that the banks knew or should have known, including Fifth Third. Where was the Fed? We've raised it to the Fed. Now, yesterday the Fed had a big win, I would say, at the Supreme Court. While Humphrey's executor was overruled, and various quote-unquote independent fourth branch of government agencies were ruled unconstitutional, the Fed, apparently there's now 4 branches of government. The executive, the legislative, the judicial, and the Federal Reserve. Well, this puts Inner City Press in a unique position because we've sued the Fed under FOIA. We have FOIA requests in many topics. We're waiting. No notice of appearance. Maybe now that they're a 4th branch of government, they'll actually step up and come down to the judicial branch. We're still waiting for that. Finally, I guess, because we're reaching the courthouse, on the UN front, we have scoop after scoop. UNOPS, one of the most corrupt agencies in the United Nations, because they don't actually have any mandate. They're basically, their only mission is to be immune from the law. They rent their immunity to countries and others for their projects and take a cut. Well, when the whistleblowers blow the whistle, the supposed whistleblower platform is entirely insecure and designed to be such. We've written it. You can find it on Inner City Press. It's hot and it's getting hotter, and we're going in.